Hello, Steve Owbridge here. Just wanted to quickly go live. In the meantime, I'm just going to share this to a couple of my groups while you're jumping on. Okay, I've done that. That's not worked. Let's go there. Here we go. Right, get in there. Let's open that up. Turn that on. Oops, that's not live. Here we go. I'm getting there. Right, hopefully we're here. All right, so good evening. Steve Owbridge here. I said I was going to do some more lives. People keep asking me, so I just thought, right, I'm just going to jump on. I had a meeting that postponed, so I thought, while I'm here, let me just quickly jump on. So again, if you're watching this live, if you just type in the comments, #live. If you're watching on replay, #replay. And it'd be really awesome if you could tell me where you're from as well. That'd be cool, just to know where you're watching from. I know we have people typically that jump on these from all over the place. So it's always nice to know where you're coming from. Hey, I see my sister has just jumped on. So hello, it's good to know that I've got my sister watching, which is awesome. So really just wanted to talk to you today about what is stopping you. I coach and mentor a lot of people. And I have coached and mentored thousands of people over the years. And, a lot of times it comes down to, everyone kind of starts out with a plan. They start with a goal, a vision, a mission, whether that's in life or in business or whatever it is. But they kind of start out thinking, right, I want to achieve X, Y, Z, whatever that happens to be. And so I want to kind of ask you, today, really, I think the last one of these I did, I wanted to challenge you, okay? Today, it's really just probably a bit of another challenge, actually. And again, by the way, tag anybody into this video in the comments that you think might benefit from this, or you tag them in now, share it with them. Feel free to share it and distribute it, post it on your page or whatever, if you think it will help anybody. So think about this. Think about you've got goals. You started the year probably particularly with goals, with dreams. Maybe you started a business, or maybe you've got a business already. But you have these goals, these ideas, and you want to achieve them. You start out, you think, right, I want to achieve this thing. What I need to do? Maybe you had a plan. You had a plan to do X, Y, Z, A, B, C, and that would happen. And maybe it isn't working for you right now. Maybe you tried it last year and it didn't work for you. So you kind of get to that point in your business or your life that you think, okay, this is working, this isn't working, what's going on? And you've got to sort of ask yourself, well, okay, why is that? What's stopping me? So I want you to kind of think about the thing that you want to achieve. Think about what you're doing and ask yourself, what's stopping you achieve that goal, maybe in your life or your business. And a lot of times that, I ask this kind of question and people come up with things like, oh, well, if I just had more resources, okay, if I had more money, if I had, an investor, if I had more money to invest, then I could do more. I always love what Tony Robbins says about that. He says there's no such thing as lack of resources, but lack of resourcefulness. You see, if you want something, you can normally find a way of getting it. And, a lot of times people say that they want something, but then they don't do the things that they need to get it. In my business, we get a lot of people that say they want to be debt-free and financially independent. And then you say, okay, in order to do this, let's drill down on your particular goal. What does debt freedom mean to you? What do we need to do to make that happen? Maybe the goal is to have 20,000 by the end of the year or whatever. What do we need to do to make that happen? So we drill down in that goal and we say, okay, so this is what it's going to take. And then they don't do it. And you say, well, okay, if you've got a business, you want to invest in a business, well, where do you get the money from? Well, you find a way, you're resourceful. Sometimes it might be as simple as you want to get started in a business and it's literally less than a few £100s to get started. And people say, oh, well, I'd love to do this. This could change my life. I believe in it, but I need, £150 or something. And I don't have the money. Well, there's no such thing as lack of resources, only lack of resourcefulness. Well, have you got stuff in your house that's worth £150? Can you sell some things on eBay? Can you do something to make some money? And often you've got stuff of value. Maybe you've got something you can stick on eBay. I mean, gosh, most of us have got stuff worth more than £150 on eBay. So sell your keyboard, sell your television. Oh, I can't sell my television. I want Netflix. Oh, but you've got £10 a month for Netflix. Downgrade your Sky for a month. Oh no, I need to watch Sky Movies and Sky Sports. Well, there's no such thing as lack of resources, only lack of resourcefulness. There's always a way if you just look for it. So lack of resources is really, in my opinion, not a great. The second thing is a lot of people say things to me. Well, time. I just don't have time. I mean, I really want to work in a business. I really want to achieve some goals, but I just don't have time. Well, I'm sorry again. I don't agree with that. We all have 168 hours in every single week. And some of those we eat and some of them we sleep. Some of them we used to travel to work and to meetings, but we don't have to do that anymore. So we freed up time already there. But, we all have the same 168 hours in every single week. And yet some people stay broke and some people become billionaires. Time. So it's not time that's the problem. It is maybe it's time management. Maybe it's lack of organization of your time. Maybe it's that you're spending time on the wrong things, right? So it's not necessarily time. It could be something else. Often again, time is a resource. So, okay, well, how can you free up time? How can you make time? How create time? I mean, there's loads of things. And again, maybe I'll do another video on this. Again, if you'd like me to do a video on how to create time, again, just type in the comments and I'll do that. Maybe on my next one. I'll probably get a whiteboard and everything. Use my whiteboard. How do you create time? So one example is, well, get up earlier every morning or go to bed later every night. I find that scheduling time in your diary is really important. Some of you don't even use a diary. You don't even use a schedule. You just kind of wake up when you wake up and then you wonder why your day goes. Maybe don't watch that episode of that series, or maybe don't watch that movie, and so on. So there's always a way of creating time. So time is never, in my opinion, a good excuse. But I'd love to do that thing, Steve, but I don't really know how to do it. So maybe the lack of skill is the problem. Well, skills, the great thing about skills is you can learn skills. You can learn to do something. You can learn anything. I mean, my gosh, these days with things like this, lives and video training and webinars and e-learning and so many other tools, learning is not really something that's a barrier for us in this day and age. One of the things that's great to see is so many people during this lockdown, they've learned an instrument or they've learned a language or something. They've done something to apply themselves. My computer just went off. So maybe it's just something like skill. Well, the good thing is we as human beings are born with this incredible ability to learn. So again, if you apply yourself, you use discipline, maybe use a coach or a mentor or a trainer. And by the way, if you're going to use a trainer or a mentor or a coach, there's a great saying I love, which is find an expert in the thing that you want to do and do exactly what they tell you. Find somebody that's successful in the thing that you want to do and do what they tell you. Okay. So maybe it's just a lack of skill. Well, skills can be learned. You can learn skill. I love it when somebody comes onto our team and they don't have any skill. That doesn't bother me at all, because if they've got the right attitude, if they're coachable, willing to learn, willing to try, skills, that's easy to teach to someone who's willing to learn and try. So attitude is key. And I love the saying, your attitude determines your altitude, right? The attitude you have towards learning, winning, losing, determines how high that you fly. So maybe it's lack of skill. Maybe it's lack of focus. Some people say, well, yeah, I really want to do it, but I lack focus. I get distracted. Okay, again, there's things you can do about that. Gosh, I feel like I could do a live or a Facebook video on pretty much, a YouTube video on pretty much any of these. Again, I might stick this one on Facebook, on YouTube as well. By the way, quick plug, if you want to check out me on YouTube, I've got a YouTube channel. It's only little, but I'm going to be putting some more stuff up there because I think, again, I keep getting people asking me for things. So it's not really something I've focused on, but I just feel like, yeah, maybe when I get some time, when I free up some time, when I organize some time, then I'll do some more of it. Maybe lacking focus is one of those things. Well, again, that's something that you can overcome. So maybe you lack focus because you don't have a clear goal, a clear, concise mental picture of what you seek. Maybe you lack focus because your goal is not connected to emotion. So you haven't got that drive and determination to make it happen. Maybe you're not accountable to somebody. Again, overcoming that focus issue can be just making yourself accountable to a leader, a trainer, a coach, a mentor. So that, again, lack of focus, again, is not really an excuse for not achieving your goals and objectives. So again, maybe that's something you want to consider. I always ask people, why are you not achieving your goals? What's stopping you? And, often I get these things like it's lack of this, lack of that. And again, there's something, again, look this up on YouTube. There's something called the locus of control. And so you have both an internal or external locus of control. You can have that. And really, again, without getting technical, basically, do you blame external things for your failures, for your lack of success? Or do you look inward and recognize that it's something you have control over personally? So is it external? Oh, I would have done more if it wasn't raining. I would have done more if it wasn't windy. If it wasn't for lockdown, I would have done more, and so on. Or is it, okay, I didn't do more because there's things that I need to work on. There's things that I can control. And again, all the things we spoke about earlier, resources, time, skill, focus, and so on, accountability, these are all things you have control over. Okay. So it's really, really simple. If you think about it, success is not that difficult if you do the right things. Success is not that difficult if you focus the right activity in the right areas, if you commit the time, if you have a work ethic, if you have discipline. There's another saying I love, your daily disciplines determine your success. So think about, not just what you want to achieve, but who do you need to become to achieve that? Because you cannot have success without personally developing you. Because your success relies predominantly on you. You've got to have a goal. You've got to have, here we go. You've got to have vision. There you go. Didn't mean to wear this t-shirt for the video, but it's relevant. You've got to have vision. Think about the kind of person that you need to become to achieve what you need to achieve. I remember years ago, I thought I was a really great leader. And I thought, wow, I've got leadership skills, I inspire people, I can manage a team and all this sort of stuff. And, I remember there was something that happened that I thought I was really great at leading people. And then I had something where just nobody showed up for it. I mean, I was convinced everyone would be there because it's Steve, and nobody showed up. And I remember, again, another saying, there's a guy called John Maxwell. If you haven't heard of John Maxwell, definitely look him up on YouTube. Awesome at leadership. And I remember he said something that if you think you're a leader, take a look behind you. And if nobody's following you, you're just taking a walk. And that's kind of what I did. I had to look at myself and go, wow, I thought I was a really good leader, but actually nobody's following me. I'm just taking a walk. And so I had a bit of a wake up call, a reality check, and realized, man, Steve, you need to get your act together and you need to develop you as a leader to be better at this. And so I decided to. And so one of the ways I did that is I started reading more books on leadership, listening to more audiobooks, watching more videos. Great videos to watch on leadership are, again, John Maxwell is another one. Another one, Simon Sinek, Leaders Eat Last. Another really good book. And again, you find loads of videos. And do you know what the awesome thing is, guys, is you can read books, and some people say, oh, well, I would develop myself, but I don't have, I can't afford books. Well, YouTube is free. Go and view stuff on. There's so much stuff on YouTube. You can learn pretty much anything you like. Hey, Lynette, how you doing? Oh, by the way, if you are watching live or not live, I know there's not that many people on live at the moment because I haven't done many of these for a while. So I used to do them on a regular basis, and of course we got more. But certainly, again, share this with other people, and I hope you get value. So think about where you are right now. How can you change your situation? What can you do today to take responsibility? Maybe in the lack of resources, time, skills, or focus, what can you do to change that? Because ultimately, your success is dependent on you. You can't wait for somebody, hope, wish, pray. Again, another saying I love is, some people, I think it's Michael Jordan that said it, some people hope it happens, some people wish it happens, and other people make it happen. You have to make success happen. It takes graft. You have to work hard. A lot of people tell you, get rich quick schemes and all that sort of stuff. Look, anyone that says you can get rich quick, it's not normally true. Normally there's effort involved, there's learning involved, there's skill involved, there's resources, there's focus. And hey, I'm not saying you can't make money. I mean, if you've got, I have investments that, are going up crazy now, whether it's, various other portfolios and yeah, making money from investments. Some people say, well, I can't invest because I've got no money. Well, you can invest a small amount of money to get started in something, whatever it is you choose, and I'm not going to say what it should be because, I don't advise on stuff like that. But what I can say is there's always something you can do to get started. Biggest problem a lot of people have in many cases is they never actually get started. They're hoping and wishing and praying that something's going to happen. They're hoping and wishing and praying that God or the universe is going to be the answer to their problems, and money's going to just fall from the sky. But that doesn't happen I'm not saying it can't happen, but most of the time it doesn't happen. You have to go out there, you have to sow seeds. There's a universal principle of sowing and reaping. You sow seeds, there's a time of growth, and then you reap a harvest. It's just, again, probably another whole video there. So, look, I hope this was valuable to you. Again, I don't want to stay on all night. I just thought I'd do one of these because I keep threatening to do them. And I thought, well, I had a free moment, I would jump on. Hope this has been valuable for you. And again, if you do me a favor, share this wherever you think it will add value. If you're in one of my groups, again, please comment. And also, if you've watched this all the way through, I'd love to know what you took from this. I hope there was some nuggets in there. Let me know what you took, what stood out, what was a key phrase, key moment, key saying that hopefully inspired you to do more, be more, have more, and grow. Yeah, so that's right. What practical leadership? Someone's asked Lynette. I see that just before I wrap up. Many books on leadership, as you've mentioned. What practical leadership book would you recommend? I gotta say, I like all the John Maxwell ones. So there's like Leadership 2.0. There's another one, 5 Levels of Leadership. Just seeing what I've got on my bookshelf. There's a few good ones there. That's kind of good leadership. This is another good one. John Addison, Real Leadership. That's not John Maxwell, but it's pretty good. There's Alan Sugar, The Way I See It. There's Alex Ferguson, Leading. See, again, you don't have to just learn from leadership people. There we go. There's another John Maxwell. Good leaders ask great questions. So here we go. I'm just giving you a tour of my bookshelf at the moment. There's a few good ones on there, but really, really good question. A lot of people have money blocks at the moment. Lynette, yeah, that's true. I think, there's different reasons that people have money blocks. And again, maybe that's a video for another day. Again, if you'd like us to talk about that, then let me know. But a lot of people have money blocks, and it could be for a number of reasons. Sometimes it's because they've grown up with a certain set of beliefs that you should be poor and you know, having no money is humility, or, you know, it's so, you know, I heard somebody the other day, I was on a call with a multi-millionaire, and he was talking about how, a guy called Bill Arenda, and he was talking about how, you know, a lot of people, they talk about how, oh, you know, money doesn't make you happy, you know, and normally it's people that haven't got any money that say that. But he said, when people ask him, when people say to him, well, money doesn't make you happy, he says, well, how do you know? And I just thought that was a great response. Like, well, if you're not a millionaire, if you don't have money, how do you know if it makes you happy? I mean, you know, it's, the truth is we don't know. I don't think money is necessarily the thing that makes you happy, but I think that there's nothing wrong with having money. It's good to have money. And you know, all I know is that for me, when I had no money, I was very, it was very difficult to help people, to give them things, bless them with things, whatever you want to call it. You know, I've given, again, and I hope you take this in the right way, I've given away about three or four cars, in my life, I suppose you could say. And I can tell you that I gave away cars when I had money, not when I didn't have money. And to be fair, one of them I did when I didn't have money, but it was a cheap car. But, you know, the bottom line is, if you have stuff, if you have money, then you know, you're more able to do stuff, you know. Money is something that is a tool to have to make impact. Again, one of the other sayings I use a lot is that your impact determines your income. The problem you solve, the amount of people you help, determines the income that you make. And I've done that in seminars, and people have said, well, but Steve, you know, I'm not money focused. And I said, well, great, I'm not money focused either. You know, but I recognize that if I make a great impact, either directly through myself or leveraging the time and the skill of others, then I can make a greater income. And my income determines my impact, but my impact determines my income, but my income determines my impact, the ability to, and so on. So hope that was worthwhile. I've just seen I've about 20 minutes. I plan to do about 5 minutes. So, but thank you for the questions. Again, if you've got any other questions, comments, thoughts, maybe you agree with me, maybe you disagree with me. That's absolutely fine. You know, difference is not wrong. It's just different. So yeah, post in the comments. If you want any questions, I'll try and answer them. But certainly I'd love to know what you got from this. And if I've mentioned anything that you think you'd like to see a video on, you want me to dig in a little bit more depth, happy to do that as well, either here or on my YouTube channel. So have an amazing rest of the evening. Have a phenomenal weekend. I know I will. Take care. Bye-bye.